up, guys? Ari Gold PHON-ER. Today we are fixing an iPad 8. It just came in. iPad 8. As you can see, it is smashed to the oblivion. I just turned it off already. The LCD is good. It's just the glass. You can literally see through the phone a little bit, but it's not bad at all. Just a little bit of like right there, just like a little hole. But yeah, we're gonna fix this right now. It's the iPad model A2197. I'm not sure if you can see it. 2197 right there. So with that said, guys, let's get to it. First thing we do is, of course, just like we always do. It's funny, lately I've been getting so many iPads. I normally show iPhones, but lately just iPhones are so quick to do. There's not much time to like literally even explain. It's just like quick. It's like 5 to 10 minutes. As average. So for this though, I do have to wear my gloves, so I'll not cut myself. Let's open this up. There's a little warming in there, which is good. Yesterday it was really cold. The highest was 57, which of course is not cold for East Coast, but for West Coast it is cold weather. Okay, and we're gonna use that tool. We're going to use the other one. There it is. It's kind of smothered here. Okay, there you go. So I think we should change this. Probably it's old, but we'll use it one more time before we change it. This is normally used for iMacs, but I use it for also iPads because it's an easy way to go underneath the glass without causing any kind of harm to the LCD or the glass. Or the frame, because it's plastic and it kind of rolls. Kind of like almost like a pizza cutter, you know, so it has movement, but yeah, kind of cool. Anyways, okay, let's do it. So I normally start from these iPads, they open up from here. So what I do is they open up from this corner, the right, the south right corner. Should I say right? Yeah. So we start from here, open it up, and then we open it up this way. You've seen the other videos. The iPad 5, 6, 7, 8 are all the same. So here we go. So put it on like a low mode, not the full, because this one has 2 modes, which is good. Don't want to overheat it. And let's get to it. Okay, that's good for now. Just getting a little bit. I got some cards to put underneath the screen. Ready to go. I'm using a iSesmo tool. It's a very thin aluminum. Almost feel like paper. It works. Of course, we need to wear the glasses in case the shards jump on us, and they always do. I got from Home Depot. The brand's called 3M. It's the famous brand. 3M. That's what it is. Let's do it. clear without any shards. Let me see the shards. Look, there's literally 0 shards. This is actually we did a really good job because we didn't go little by little. We just went like the whole thing. So the glass coming up in one piece, this one, it didn't allow any kind of shards to be stuck here. But of course, there's times that we have a glass that is super sharded, like here, and the LCD the glass gets stuck on the button, so you gotta clean that up. But this one was a very easy job because there's no shards stuck to it, because based on the damage used from the top and at the bottom. So that's the reason why. So this we're gonna put away and trash it after, recycle. Blue bin as a plastic. And before we finish the job, we want to always clean our environment. So these things I actually keep because they're not destroyed yet. Unless they're really bad, they're not thrown away. This is good. This is good too. These cards I use for like months before I throw it away, unless they're cut, have stuff on them. It's good. I'm a wrap pack. I want to keep everything and reuse them. Why not? Okay, so those cards gotta go. Then this glass are out. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna take this thing to the trash. Alright, now we're going to clean up the iPad. Here it is. We just cleaned the surface to make sure there's a clean surface environment to work out of. I want to make sure there's no shards. And looks like there isn't any. None. Okay. So now what we do next is we just grab a Q-tip and put a little bit of 80% plus alcohol on the tip, and we just go around and just make sure there's no extra glass or stuff or glues left, because this thing cleans it up. So when you're putting the new one on, it actually, look, you see there's like one little glass that I just picked up here, a very tiny one. But that's the reason why we do this, so that the new adhesive, the glue that is on the new one, it comes already pre-installed glue, double-sided tape, aka also known as. You want to make sure that all of it is clean, so that the new screen will just land perfectly and it'll just be flush. It doesn't have to have, because anything that is a little off, it'll impact the home button of how it clicks. That's how sensitive these iPads are. You want to make sure that it's sitting flush. And of course, afterwards we also put the clamps to hold it down and kind of bring it together, you know, and fuse it together with the double-sided glue. There's a little tape here. I just noticed this also has to come off. You want to leave no tape, because the new tape doesn't want any bumps. It wants a flat surface. So if it's a little tape, we use a spudger flathead. Take it off. There it is, a little tapey tape. That's the only thing that was left. Everything else was cleaned when we first took it off. Okay, so now that this is ready, we gotta just put the new glass on now. Glass is here. A2C, high quality control. First, we put this aside, of course. We take the tapes off, we prep it, I call it prepping. We prep it first. We're taking off all the adhesive on my one. Making sure everything is ready before we land it on the iPad and connect the wires. This part is very important. Right at the cables, I want to make sure that we put the cables down. This cable have to, do you see those are like blue adhesive? You have to land on this one. Like I showed you in my other videos, we gotta take this inner plastic off, which protects the inner glass from getting any kind of dirt inside, etc. We gotta lift it up a little from the bottom, mainly. This one actually looks pretty good. Actually, it's pretty done. It used to be like covered, but these newer models, the inventory is actually pre-cut. It's good. But I still do it anyways, just for safety. One, okay, there's two adhesives, and then we lift it up just in case, and we land the tape to the screen. So it'll be ready. So when we put it on, it'll just stick and be ready to go. And if this, see, this one is pre-cut, but normally if the tape was all the way covering all to the edges, like out to the very edge, then this would really help out. And then when we put on the new home button, same thing goes there too. We want to make sure it's lifted. So actually this one is again pre-cut, so it's good. But normally it is not pre-cut, and you have to do it like this. This one is pre-cut, so it's fine. We don't have to worry about that much unless we have to. Let me just see. Let me just double, triple check. Yeah, you don't have to lift it on this one, it's fine. So we put that there, guys. And now that we put that there, now we got the bracket the same exact way. We make sure there's no shards on there. Of course, there's a small shard that is found. That's out. Everything else is good because it needs to sit flush. And the adhesive that is coming with the old bracket that goes over the home button is still good, so I'm not going to use a new one. This one, this little part I can actually use to put underneath the thing, little gold part. Why not? This gold part pretty much just goes over the home button bracket. This one. This gold one, this gold is part of the flex cable. It goes over the black bracket that I just put on, the one that just looks like a little kind of a, yeah, like a bracket thing. Okay, so now the most important part is once it's stuck down, we want to flip it around and take this little, there's like a little square cut off already. Take off this thing. Make sure we can press the home button. See, this is not pressable, so we gotta work on it to make sure it's perfectly aligned before we close it. You know, that's just a rule. So we don't have to do it afterwards. Make sure the home button is in. See, now it's good. See that sound? That's the sound that you want to hear, and that's good. That sound is just confirmation that it's good. Okay. So now that was good, we just grab this again, bring it back, and we're just putting the home button and then the two cables that connect the glass, the new glass, to the iPad. There we go, it's in. It just needs to go in a little bit and then just close the little hatch. And remember this tape that we took off earlier? We put it over it to cover. That's just the way it was before, so you always want to put it the same way. Perfect, covered. And then this one is, remember this part that we took off, the little plastic? It goes on top of the home button cable, just to kind of hold it down. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's very good to put at the right place, not super off. And we put the two, while you're putting the cables on, it's good to hold the thing on top, so you won't pull the wires, and the wires will actually perfectly line up. Otherwise, if you put it like this, the cables might not be perfect and the thing might not be easy to just land down, you know? Okay, perfect. 1 and 2. Okay. So now we got it there. We just make sure this one's here. We land this here for a sec, and for this we need another glove because we want to make sure that we don't put fingerprints on the new screen, because then it's going to be tough to clean, and we don't want to have to do double the work. See, now that it's pretty clean, the glass, the LCD, sorry. So we flip it around. Just like you saw earlier, how I take it up, it goes back the same way. It's pretty simple. No point in putting on the camera. Just a plug and play. Okay, you heard the sound, it's clipped in. Push this down. Now what we do is we land this. We don't close it right away. We make sure that we test and see if everything works. It works. See, it works. See, I just pulled it up. It works. We make sure the home button works. I have the home button back together again. That's right. Just literally went inside the hole. I didn't put it perfectly. So I'm glad I did it so I can make sure that it's there. We want to make sure the home button works. That's really important. We just in. I'm not sure what happened for a sec, but that's why you test before in case it moved. I think it moved a little. I mean, and that happens sometimes. So you gotta just, there you go. Works. See, it's in the system now. The home button is just acting. Seems to be off a little. There you go. Now it's good. We have the thing. So now you see, if I go into calendar or any app, see, I just go back and forth. I go into any app. So you just, the home button is working fine. There you go. It's good. The home button is working. So once we confirm that, guys, we put it back again on the down. It's off. Make sure there's no dust on it, because that we didn't put any dirt on it, so it's good. It's clean. It's a clean glass. It's a clean LCD. You just raise it up and put this back on the cover of all the cables. This time I cannot show you because I don't want to move the camera, but it's just easy. It just goes back on it, and then you put 3 screws. Same way that we took it off. Just goes through the same place. Pretty simple. Never got around this. How do you? What's the best? I think the best way is this way. So one, I'm holding the LCD with my index finger. I think it's best to do it this way. It's almost like a little bit of a, I think it's easier if I just hold it from this side. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I just didn't want to touch the screen. Hopefully I didn't. Let's see. I didn't. It's still fingerprintless. I normally wear both gloves, just that this time I didn't do it. Okay, so now it's all there, plugged in. This thing came off. You see the little plastic? We didn't put it down perfectly. That's good. It doesn't even need to be there, to be honest. I just put it there just so that it'll hold the wire down. It's just a good measure. I put everything back the same way. That's just the way I do it. Okay, so now that it's all good, and we know that the thing worked, we're gonna put this last 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put it this way so you guys can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we put those down, that's going to reinforce and hold it down. And we're good to go. One, you never want to do it too much when you're putting the screws back in. So you want to do it just enough so it'll kind of have this firm feel. Don't over screw it because you might destroy the LCD. It's good. Last but not least, this screw. And we're good to go, guys. So now we got to just close this and we're good to go. Alright guys, so all we gotta do now is just close the iPad and we're good to go. We want to make sure there's no dust or anything here on the corners, no shards, leftovers, something, you know, just do a little last check. See, I just did a little last check and I saw a little bit of a small shard. That's where it came from, but I caught it out. Some little, make sure it's clean, you know? So good. Okay. So yeah, we're good, guys. So time to close it. But before you close it, don't forget, guys, take this thing off. This plastic has to come off. It's really important because it's underneath, so it will not look like a messy screen. Good. This one you want to land this corner first, because that's where the wires are. Once it's landed, then you want to land this part, and this part, and lastly the bottom. So it landed perfectly. What you want to do is just like with your hand, just do a little bit, like don't press hard, just a little bit, just to kind of get the tape to just stick. So this one is being a little asshole-y because the frame is a little bent, but it's okay. It's gonna be in the case, and we're gonna put clamps on it, so it's gonna be okay. Just like that. 4 clamps. One here, one here, here, cool. Okay, so we're gonna put this like this for an hour, give or take. And once that's done, then we'll just it's time to go. Alright, all done. Smash. Take this. I'm gonna take a picture. I do it like this with my business card. That's how I do it. And I put it on my Yelp page. The picture really fast. Cool. And we got it. Good to go, guys. Thank you for the watch. Thank you for the love. And that's your iPad 8 fixed, ready to go, all good. And the rest of it, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Much love. And that's a wrap.